Hello, my name is Diana Roberts. I am from Shenandoah, Iowa. I am originally from Mexico. This is my first year at William Penn University. I currently work for the Shenandoah School District. I am also the basketball cheer coach at the high school. I am also involved in some organizations within our community here in Shenandoah. With that being said, I chose the value of simplicity. I feel that that's a value that I live by very strongly. And I try to stay very positive uh, as much as I can. And so I wanted to just kind of put my life, my simple life that I live daily, into perspective and just kind of focus on just making those observations of maybe some things that I maybe need to work on, maybe that I'm doing too much of, maybe that I just didn't realize that I was doing it and it really doesn't fall into the simple life. So I chose it because I already live it, but I want to make sure that I share some of my experiences of what I do, what I tried, and how it is possible to live a simple life. So with a pandemic, we had to make so many changes. We had to make so many adjustments, not just for us. Working at the school, our students have to make a lot of changes. I have an 8-year-old, Zoe, and I know that it affected her a lot emotionally, being away from her friends, being away from school. She loves school, and just not being able to do activities. Staying at home for months, it was not ideal for the children, and it affected them a lot, mentally, emotionally, more than anything. So, I was her safe person, and so I needed to stay positive, simple. I needed to be there for her, be that support, and just reassuring her that it will be okay, and we will get through it. So, for my value to live out an experience, I took 1 week, and in that week, I wanted to take time for myself. So that was the first thing that I did. I don't have a lot of free time. I work full time. I am currently going to school full time. I am a full time mom, and I attend a lot of activities that Zoe is involved in, as well as my own personal um, things that I have going on through work and through the community. So I am busy. And when I get free time, I like to spend it with my family. So the first week, or the only week that I tried this, was me giving time for myself. I gave myself mental space. I gave myself emotional space. And I wanted to just leave that stress behind, leave the worries behind, not be concerned about anything or anyone, and just focus on me. Just give myself that time. Make time, one task at a time, one thing at a time. And just do it because I want to do it and because it will work for me and because I know it will make me happy. So I took a walk downtown, off and on through that week. One of the days it was very quiet. It was beautiful out. The weather was gorgeous. There was hardly anyone downtown. I walked through some businesses. I watched through the windows. My intention was not to shop, of course, and it was just nice. It was relaxing. I was recharging my mind, recharging my emotions. I was worry free, stress free. I didn't think of anything of anyone. I knew my kiddos were safe and that I was going to see them soon. And I wanted to feel a little bit of guilt and selfishness, um, but I didn't. I didn't because I know that I needed it. I needed that to be able to be there 100% for my kids. So I have to be well for my kids to be well. So I knew that it needed to be done. And it was a success. Later on, I met my daughter and we took some pictures, some funny pictures. We kind of talked about why I was doing this, and she thought it was really fun. She asked if this is something that we can do once in a while, and I, of course, agreed to say yes. Which that comes to the next example of what I did. Going out to eat. It's really hard for me to say no. So I only focused on the time that I had that I was able to make time. I didn't want to stress over having to make an appointment or having to schedule a date with friends, or yeah, I didn't want to stress over any of that, thinking about homework, thinking about work, thinking about where my kid needed to be at that time. Um, I just say yes if I was able to do it. So if I had the time, I say yes. We got together, we did what we needed to do, we talked, we chatted, we expressed ourselves, we share our emotions, we share excitement, and that was done. And it was nice. It was simple, it was easy, and I will continue to do that. I took my daughter out to eat and we spend time together because priority to me is family. And I need to make sure that I spend a time with my kid, with my child, that she knows that I'm there for her. I will continue to be there for her, and I'm never too busy to be there for her because she will always be my priority, as well as my other daughter, Violet. So, Zoe and Violet are my priority. They are the reason I breathe. So, I took her out to eat, and I told her, I am not going to answer my phone. I put my device away. I didn't answer my text. I didn't answer my phone calls. My family knew where I was at, so in case they needed to get a hold of me, they could contact that location and ask for me. And so they also knew that I was doing this week. So if any questions, I was okay. And it was nice. It was really nice. No interruptions. My daughter looked at me a couple of times because my phone did vibrate. So I decided that I was going to just put it in silent, no vibration, nothing. And I just put it away. And it was great. It was great. It was relaxing. And she wasn't anxious, on whether or not I was going to answer that phone call or reply to a text. And one of my rules is we don't use our phones unless it is an emergency. So we rarely ever use the phone, but she knows it's there because eventually someone will call or something will happen and we need to answer it. And just her knowing that it is okay to put that away and not have it there, um, it was great. It was great for the both of us. And it was teaching her a lesson too that when we are together as family, that's our time. And other things can wait, like the phone. So, will I do that again? Absolutely. Absolutely. It was helpful to me. It helped me not worry, and it can become an addiction, and I definitely don't want that to be for me or for my daughters. So, it was a success, and when we went out to eat again, we made sure that we were not eating out a lot because that's another thing, finances also puts a stress on us. And so instead of spending a lot of money, we did some picnics outside in the yard. So we did some peanut butter jelly sandwiches, fruit, just stuff. We used stuff that we had at home. And so instead of eating out all the time, we also did that. Instead, we picnicked outside, and also no electronics. So we can go without electronics, and it's doable. It's happiness. So we were able to do that as well. We went to the park. I played with my kids. That was my priority for me. So I wanted to make sure that that's something that I wanted to do for myself and that I wanted to make sure that I was doing what I have been living my whole life. A simple life. It is doable, even if it's busy, crazy busy. It is doable. I also made sure that I set time aside for me to do my assignments. I think I get so busy and I get so worried that I'm not going to get some things done because I honestly don't do my assignments until my kiddos go to bed. And so that puts me in bed myself at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, and then we start over the next day. So I know that how I live my life, it impacts my kids' lives. And I am the role model. I am who they look up to. I am their safe person. And I also want them to know that, we want to appreciate the things that we have and the things that we don't. And living a simple life, it's okay. We can be busy, yet we can still live a simple, happy life. And we can make it work. And if one day it doesn't work, there's always the next day. There's always a new day. So, a happy, simple life, it's a healthy life. Thank you.